Thank you, Madam Chairman, and I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for that. I was just with Senator Murray at another meeting, so I've got my chairmans mixed up. I just want to say I agree with the point that Senator Murphy was trying to make. The communication really is really important. We've seen that, in other areas when we've had situations like our situation with China, and I know that you're working really hard to do that. Congratulations to all of you for your great careers. We're going to miss you, General Milley. Who would have thought that the young hockey player would have all of those stars and to have such a tremendous career? So again, congratulations. Secretary Austin, you mentioned in your testimony that our cooperation with our allies and partners is central to co-developing advanced capabilities for our warfighters. Recently, the record of decision was signed by Secretary Kendall that will make Ebbing Airfield in Fort Smith, Arkansas, the future home for F-35 U.S. Allied pilot training. I continue to work with the Air Force to make Ebbing a premier pilot training center and ensure it is ready on time to train our allied partner pilots. Secretary Austin, can you briefly speak to how important this mission in Arkansas is to our national security?
It's critical as our allies and partners invest in the kinds of capability that we have. F-35s are a great example. We need to make sure that we're working together to increase interoperability, and we do that, by not only making sure that we have the policies and procedures in the right place, but this frequent contact, this working together with each other is, you can't replace that. It also builds trust. We know that when you need trust, you can't surge it. It has to be there. It's something you got to work on each and every day, and so the capability that you're speaking of in Arkansas, I think, is critical. And I know that we have some allies and partners that are really looking forward to using that capability. So thanks for what you're doing to broaden our capacity here.
Good, thank you. In regard to the foreign military sales, there's all kinds of benefits. We've seen that in stimulating the economy in our country, and again, just in providing the protection that we desperately need. Unfortunately, this system is overburdened with regulation and bureaucratic log jams. And according to Mr. Eric Fanning's recent testimony in the Armed Services Committee, it's resulted in an average delay of over 18 months to get on contract. This leaves our allies vulnerable and turning to other countries to buy military capabilities. Secretary Austin, how does FMS contribute to the Department's strategy of deterrence, and what specific processes contribute to the unacceptable delay for getting capabilities on contract?
Well, certainly FMS helps us to magnify our capability, because if our allies and partners are working with the same kinds of equipment and are skilled on that in using that equipment, then it's really helpful in terms of expanding our footprint, our capability. In terms of the kinds of things that contribute to lags, there are a number of things that come together. One, industry owns a piece of that, and we would hope that as the contracts are enacted, that they're able to meet the timelines, and so coming out of a COVID period of 2 years of COVID, that's had an impact on a number of things. But there are also, to your point, bureaucratic issues that often get in the way. Now, what I did early on 2 years ago was I put together a group of our senior people to really focus on the FMS process, and to identify those bureaucratic issues and roadblocks that we could knock down, and so that body continues its work, and it's hard work, but we're going to do everything possible on our end to make sure that bureaucratic issues in the Pentagon are not solely holding things up. But again, there are a number of things that come together to make this process more complicated than it should be.
Right. I know sometimes we make that more difficult. So if there's, I think I can speak for the committee, if there's anything we can do legislatively or, be sure and let us know. That's so very important. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.